After reaching an agreement with Takao Dayu, Iori and Saber begin their search for Yui Shosetsu. But the way forward is blocked by the fires of hell! The entrants gather with disparate motives. From that maelstrom, a shadow draws near.
I have a fucking boat!
Chapter 2, Surging Waves!
Iori, what does that smell? It permeates the air. What on earth could this enticing aroma be?
You must have nerves of steel, Saber. Not only did we just face a veritable rain shower of arrows, we then got kidnapped and taken to an unknown room in an unknown building. They have us in the palm of our hand, and whoever they are, they mean business. How are you not more on edge?
This scent. I don't believe I've ever smelled it at our house. Different from miso or soy sauce. It must be some kind of herb.
Saber!
The only one kidnapped in the palm of an unknown enemy's hand is you. I'm just here to keep weak Iori company. Nothing more, nothing less. Get stronger. Shouldn't you be more concerned with learning about the enemy than with my welfare? You should be extremely concerned about my welfare. Give me dinner.
I can't! These guys have all the food! You must be talking about me! Please forgive me for not introducing myself earlier. I'm the one who brought you here. Food will be served soon. Do forgive our lack of hospitality, we're terribly understaffed. What are you, a restaurant or something? Really aggressive marketing practices kidnapping us. You're the owner of this place? Indeed, I am. My name is Zhang Chenggang, son of Zhang Jilong. And this is my servant, Archer. And this is my counterpart, R2-D2.
Hang on. That doesn't sound right.
A pleasure to meet you both, Saber and... Saber's master. Miyamoto Iori, is it? He already knows my name? Zhang Chenggang, is he from China? And that servant...
And that servant is also from China.
Well, imagine that. For now, allow me to apologize for such a dishonorable surprise attack.
I don't actually know.
No, if anything, you saved us from a tight spot. Saber, you didn't fight with Archer. Is that because...
Didn't sense any ill intent. I simply took advantage of that.
Because away from the battlefield? Zhang Chenggang, I'd like to ask you 2 questions. Where are we, and why did you bring us here? I see. Well, you shall have your answers. This is a residence in Akasaka, one of my safe houses. A workshop, or perhaps more accurately, a burrow. I'm surprised to find a mainlander living in Edo, but I suppose mages go where they please. More of a warrior than a mage in your case, perhaps. No, I think general seems more appropriate. Oh, general, eh? What makes you say that? You're a military man, aren't you? I can tell just by looking at you. It's the way you move. You're no simple soldier, you have the bearing of a leader. Ha ha ha, I see. Well, isn't this interesting? This may take a while to explain, but I'll answer everything. Allow me to answer your second question first, about why I brought you here. To put it plainly, I'd like for us to work together. A temporary arrangement, of course. Only one can claim the waxing moon, after all. Naturally, I don't expect you to trust me right away. The ritual is a battle between 7 masters and servants. What good is an alliance? Still, I think it could be beneficial for both of us. Shall I prove my earnestness? Archer!
Miyamoto Iori.
Miyamoto Iori. Saber. If you accept our proposal, I shall reveal my true name.
Thank you, Archer.
I'm simply doing what you need me to do. You're serious? Of course. This is no trick. I only wish to show how serious we are.
Why do you want to ally yourself with us, Zheng Chenggong? I wish to kill a snake. Oh, well that's good. We saw like 15 gazillion of those.
A snake?
Assassin, a dangerous heroic spirit. I was unable to take care of him alone. I need allies. Assassin, the servant that my master fought? And that's when you arrived. You understand the rest, I'm sure. Oh, wait, hold on a second. I've seen how capable Archer is. You're saying even that rate of arrows won't work? Unfortunately, that is the case. Ordinary methods simply won't do for this one. His ability to control giant venomous snakes complicates things considerably. Each serpent is incredibly powerful. Even alone, my men stood no chance against him.
He's a slippery one. When he appears in a spirit form, an army of serpents is never far behind. The speed of his raids prevents us from focusing our defenses on any single spirit font.
He must not be a rogue if he's appearing in multiple areas, but how can you be so certain it's Assassin? Because I fought him face to face. When I managed to escape, it was only by the skin of my teeth. It was strange, I had no idea he was there until he was right on top of me.
Presence concealment, an ability unique to Assassin. Servants that belong to the Assassin class are able to completely hide their presence. Even I am unable to sense them.
I see. They certainly sound difficult to deal with. Assassin? They're like the shinobi of servants, then?
Snake, huh?
Saber?
Makes me wonder. This assassin and his snakes are the matter at hand, right? If it's a snake god, I might have an idea of what we're dealing with, but... Do you know of any snake monsters, Iori?
You're just inviting me to make a joke, aren't you? Not at all! I don't have much experience with the supernatural. I never even seen a monster or spirit until this ritual began.
And yet you were chosen to be a master. I must confess, I find that surprising. Is that surprising? Is that not surprising?
Ha ha! Archer and Saber seem to get along even better than I had hoped. Well, no point in wasting our time thinking about something we can't figure out. I admit that I'm also unfamiliar with legends regarding monster snakes.
What about snake monsters?
Regardless, I hope you understand now why I would like us to join forces. Finding his master, learning his identity, killing him, it's a bit much for one group. Arrow is just too big, don't you think?
I can empathize with that, yes indeed.
Right? I think I understand what it is you're asking, but why us? It's simple, really. When I first saw you, I knew for sure. I knew you saw things as I did. I felt it. It's that simple. You could also simply think of it as one less enemy to worry about. Not a bad deal, don't you think?
Only for a little bit. Not bad at all. What's there to hesitate about, Iori? Make your choice. Hey, no!
Saber.
What other path you choose, we'll still have to kill each other.
We'll still have to kill each other. What? Fine, I agree to your proposal, Junction God.
Read the rest of it!
Wonderful.
Yes, we agree. Now tell us your name, Archer. May I, Master?
Of course, so stop being so dramatic and tell them.
Very well. My name is Zhong Gongjing, retainer of the Sun Clan. Don't go spreading it around.
Zhong Jin, you're the strategist of the Eastern Wu, Zhou Yu. That huge shadow that fell over the battlefield. A Lo Chuan warship. Let's just say it's part of Archer's noble phantasm. Noble phantasm? Iori, we know what you know what a noble phantasm is, bud.
A power that embodies the heroic spirit that uses it. Remember my sword that night? The one you said not to use? Name should not be freely given, as it is a hint to one's true name.
I see. Heroic spirits come to this world bearing the very thing that represents them. But still, wow, I just met a famous general from the records of the Three Kingdoms. The waxing moon ritual sure is something. I feel the same, it really is incredible. In truth, I don't think myself worthy of being served by a man like Archer. I won't ask for specifics, but I imagine Saber is also quite a renowned person. I can't just say that I don't know. My lord, dinner's been prepared. Ah, perfect timing. Our business concludes as dinner is served. Which means there is only one thing left to do. I must say I am absolutely parched. There is something I would like to ask you as well. But first, a feast to celebrate new friends. Aha! Tonight we drink the good stuff. Apple juice.
The class.
Ah, Archer, I see you too are an apple juice connoisseur.
We've known each other for like weeks, man.
Chinese banquets certainly are something.
That was delicious. There's so many different flavors and textures. But it would have been perfect if they had finished with a nice bowl of miso soup.
We'll make some when we get home. First, we must give our thanks. Hello everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Let's Play Fate Samurai Remnant, brought to you from the future because we lost the commentary originally. Anyway,
hooray!
We're thanking Jung Chung Gong now. Thank you for the meal. It's our pleasure. The chef was happy to see how much you enjoyed the food. I could go for another drink myself, though I don't expect you to keep up with me. You don't seem the least bit drunk. You must have quite the tolerance, General. I'm quite fond of this country's liquor. I find myself drinking it like water. I love apple juice. Perhaps it's my Japanese ancestry. I was raised in Hirano, after all. So that's why you're so fluent in the language. Whew, that was quite a feast. And I also had the chance to learn why you fight. Edo is in turmoil and the innocent lose their lives. It's unacceptable, correct? Yeah. I was glad to hear them. I think we do indeed see things very similarly. My wish for the waxing moon is the revival of the Ming. A nation where none fear invasion or ruin. The restoration of His Majesty's name.
Lofty thinking, but you certainly have spirit, Zhong Chung Gong.
Is that a compliment? Thank you, Saber.
It is a compliment. Your wish is a noble one. Master, aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, that's right. I'd like to give you this. Is this a watermelon?
It's an orange.
It's an orange. They're very popular. You must have their juice. It is excellent, but not as good as an apple. The mystic code of a respected monk from Fujian. We call them Jiaobei, moon blocks. They allow you to speak with someone even over great distances. They're walkie-talkies.
Really? It's like the soundless words communicated between master and servant. Anyone can use that ability then. This would completely change how war is waged.
Yes, and it does. You haven't seen the future, Saber.
Are you sure?
No. To be completely honest, it certainly could, though it's not without its faults. You can only speak to someone who also has a block. Luckily, no one else can listen in. It's also quite weak as far as magic goes. Other mages or monster can easily stop it. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that's right. They forgot the S on the end of monsters. Monster energy can easily stop it. To tell the truth, I wouldn't recommend relying on it too much. Still, this is an extraordinary device. I appreciate it. Acquire telepathy, mystic code. Ah yes, please take this as well. It's just a small gift. It's a talisman? Yes, it projects a protective barrier around a limited area. Just something I put together, but it could be useful if used wisely. A protective barrier? You must be quite the artisan, Jung. That's flattering, but please don't expect too much from it. To be quite honest, I'm just dabbling when it comes to stuff like this. Ha ha ha!
Alright. You're just like Iori then.
Off! Maybe so. Either way, thank you, Zhang Chunggong. It's my pleasure. Lastly, I have a word of advice for you. The waxing moon ritual depends on ley lines. Never forget that. Yeah, thank you, I got that part. You'll need the magical energy derived from ley lines to contend with heroic spirits. Yeah, I kinda gathered that ley lines matter. Thank you. As such, you will be fighting with other masters over them. Seize every ley line you can. That will lead you to victory. Sun Tzu, the art of war. I guess I've said my fill. Well, that was certainly unexpected. I never thought I'd see a Lochuan warship fly.
That was a sight. I really enjoy watching big things fly through the air.
Oh, just wait till you see an airplane.
What is an airplane?
Or a cruise missile.
You seem to enjoy yourself as well, Iori.
I also enjoy seeing big things fly through the air. I guess if I had to choose one or the other, I wouldn't say I hated it.
I knew it. The ship is but one part of my noble phantasm. It can conquer even the sky.
Could that ship fly through the air in earlier times as well?
Who can say? Flying was not so unusual in bygone eras.
You're making up.
I'm being
Ancient China had all manner of war, but did you say just one part of your noble phantasm?
Yes. Merely one part. Still, I can't simply use it on a whim. A ship that large will draw eyes. Those who see it may realize my true name.
That's fair. You're very well known. People might connect your name to that ship if they saw it.
A noble phantasm symbolizes the heroic spirit. It can take many different forms. A weapon from history and myth, as Saber said, many are associated with true names. Any weaknesses a servant had in life can be discovered with knowledge of their true name.
Sounds like not allowing Saber to use that water sword was the right decision.
Iori, that look on your face. You're thinking about how right you were telling me not to use my sword,
Yes,
aren't you?
yes I am. You could tell?
Obvious. It may be true that my sword is a representation of me, but once drawn, none would be left alive to tell the
Please do not kill people. We've been over this.
tale. Why can't I use it?
Please, we can't have you destroying all of Edo.
Boo.
Don't boo me.
Boo. Hahaha. Paste. I'm sure you'll get by. Not using it at all would be a waste. But knowing when to use it is key. Don't you agree?
I suppose so. Thank you very much for your hospitality. I hope you'll excuse us. Be careful on your way home. The waxing moon ritual has already begun. Yeah, dude, it began like 2 chapters ago.
Wait, but this...
During the prologue, right.
Oh, okay.
Alright, and with that, Chapter 2 has begun, and I try to go to leave, but Zach stops me because there is one more thing we can do before we get out of here, namely... talk to this guy. I guess there are 2 more things. Call me if you need anything, I will come at once. Thank you for your help. You've done so much for us.
Thank you for your help. You've done so much for us.
She gets 2 voices.
Interlace them.
Thank you for your help. You've done so much for us. Anyway. Forget something, Iori? Oh no, we're just admiring your beautiful home. Haha! I knew it must seem strange for a foreigner like me to own a house. I received this place from a benefactor. They've assisted me in many ways. A benefactor?
It is strange for me, a poor person, to have a house.
Maybe I should ask Jung more about his situation. There may be something I should know about.
For me, a person, to own a house.
Like, how much he paid on his tax returns. I'm gonna ask him. We will be fighting together after all.
What is it, Miyamoto Iori? You wish to ask my lord something?
Ask what you want now. I will do what I can to assuage your concerns. Okay then, who is your patron? You couldn't get into Edo, much less have this house without someone's backing. Do you have connections with the government, Jung Chung-gong? Close, I do have someone's backing, but it's not what you think. My patron doesn't think much of officials who are deeply involved with the ritual. This is going to be a long story, but let me explain.
No, I will not.
Saber, let the kind man tell us his backstory. The Southern Dragon of Ki. I am here because of his support. The Southern Dragon of Ki? He must mean Lord Tokugawa Yorinobu. I have entreated the shogunate for aid many times. We cannot win against the Qing alone. You recognize my need and secretly revealed the existence of the ritual to me. Though unable to provide reinforcements, he allowed me to compete in the ritual. So this house is... correct. I was kindly lent of all things one of the spirit fonts in Edo.
So what did you offer him in return, Jong? I can't believe you get all this for nothing. What do you have to do in exchange?
Ah, I suppose you could say that I'm already repaying my debt.
No.
Shogun himself, or someone close to him, is likely involved in the waxing moon ritual. Simply put, he wants to disrupt the Shogun's plans. I see, so Akasaka and the Chinese residents is all part of Lord Yorinobu's ploy to pester the Shogun? That is interesting.
Were you laughing because my O sounded like a no?
Yes. Ha ha ha, right? I'm glad you see the humor in it, Iori. And that's how I got this house. I heard some Chinese lived here before the borders closed. It's a fine place, but I went through a lot to get here. The waxing moon seems to be quite the troublesome item.
I don't get it. Don't understand.
This is my first time in Akasaka. It's quite different from Hirano and Nagasaki.
I know you're glad to be back in the land of your birth. You should lower your voice.
No!
Shut the fuck up. Please. And thank you.
Oops, I'll be careful. That said, there's a strange presence in this town. And they let us play as Joyu, Archer. Fireship afloat, that's his noble phantasm.
Their noble phantasm, fireship afloat.
He actually plays quite a bit differently from Saber in that he is sort of a ranged attacker. Like...
Yeah, he's an archer.
Yeah, he's an archer. But, like... It is quite a different play style, and as you're gonna see here, I had quite a bit of trouble getting used to it. Stay back, please spare me! Oh, quickly, Archer! So, what was it again? It was the heavy attack that does the arrow rain, like we saw in Archer's first appearance. You can barrage.
You're spamming the heavy attack right now.
Yes. Because I basically am button mashing the same way I button mash when I'm playing as Saber, but... Or Iori. Technically also Saber, but... This is different. Unnatural creation.
And I tell you, hey, you should maybe use the other button. You're like, fine, I'll do it. That's the thing about this game, it's about mashing 2 buttons.
2 buttons in specific ways.
And occasionally hitting some other one.
To do big boy moves. You two are strong! Wait, now's not the time for that! Please, you have to find my son! We got separated when the monsters attacked! Your son, alright? Just wait here.
Wait, Master. It's not wise to move around unknown territory without a plan.
You can sense those monsters, can't you? I need you to find them, Archer.
They went that way. Follow me.
What were those things? They just kept coming and coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
I suspect this is a side effect of the ritual. And my text box got cut off.
I'm sorry, petting this dog is much more important.
True.
So as I sort of brought up earlier, if you listen to the text... Daddy! If you listen to the text, they aren't saying Zheng Chunggong or any of the other Chinese names.
Let's not be reckless.
They're saying the Japanese readings of those names. So if you listen to the text, they always call him Tei Seiko. We'll handle things here. Now hurry on back to your father. Okay, thank you.
Master, aren't you a general? Gauge their strength before taking action.
Why, what are you saying, Archer? With you around, there's no way we can lose. It's obvious what we have to do, so there's no point in talking it through.
You sound like a certain someone I know.
Is it me? Am I the certain someone you know?
If you seek victory, you must value your own life first. Nothing is accomplished by dying.
Cruel, lack compassion are not human. I do not want the innocent to die, nor can I stand by and watch a child be killed. These are the sort of lines that we can't read while we're actually playing because we're busy playing the game.
I also often don't look down if I'm playing.
Yeah.
Character.
Well, Zach's playing often the only lines that are being read on the when we're out of a dialogue sequence are the ones of the characters I'm reading for. Phantom Ogre Wario.
Okay, we don't need to bring it up every time it's on screen.
I think, was that the first time I used one of Archer's special things? Yeah. Killed it pretty quick. Let's keep going, Archer. Other people might be under attack.
Being ordered around like this. Can't act like myself.
Well, you're a servant, get used to it. Please help, my family is trapped on the other side of the fire. Just up ahead? Let's go, Archer. We must save my family. Damn, I can't get through these flames, my spells won't work.
I will handle it. Go, there are others who need your help.
Are you sure, Archer? This isn't exactly acting like yourself, is it?
I may well have abandoned them to their fates were I still commandery administrator. But be that as it may, I will handle things here. Anyone, perhaps I can entrust my dying wish to you, Zhong Mingyon.
Lots of friends.
At some point.
Yeah, you see, sometimes I don't look at that part of the screen. I think I'm still getting used to the fact that that is the Valor gauge and not the not the other thing. We got to the point where we used the fire ship afloat and just starts saying things and Zach's like, I'm not reading this. And frankly, I don't blame him.
I think it was before that.
Yeah.
It was long before that.
Oh yeah, no, you said that with Musashi. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Seems the fire has somehow subsided.
Yup, that friend of yours hollered out directions and we did just as he said.
I see. And where is he now?
He ran off that way. I didn't even get a chance to thank him.
Likely rushed off to save more people. What a troublesome man.
Well, Japanese monsters are no pushovers.
One side, master.
It's just a chicken sound. Thank you, Archer. I knew you would come.
You really are a troublesome man. You should be aware, my master, that you are utterly powerless. It will be impossible for you to obtain the waxing moon and save the masses by yourself.
I am quite aware of that. I know more than anyone else how powerless I am.
Therefore, Zhong Mingyon, General of all fallen country, I shall aid you in this ritual. I shall lead you to victory. Come what may, that is my... Ah! Monsters! You're going to save them, aren't you, Master?
Yes. That's like my fate or something.
Or something.
I am Chung Chung Gong. I pet dogs whenever I see them.
Pretty sure that's everyone.
Everyone in this game pets dogs whenever they see them. That is much more important than saving the local population. You understand? These are just things you'll have to get used to, Archer.
This is bad. If they come any closer...
Fall back, these opponents are beyond you.
Could you be... Lord?
Haha, pleased to meet you. I am Zheng Mingyan, Grand General of the Ming.
And that must be your companion, summoned by the waxing moon. We'll leave this to you.
Seems you've already put the Southern Dragon in your debt.
Right, I'll have to ask him for some quality apple juice later as a reward.
Hey, could I get some of that?
Absolutely. I spread the good word of the apple juice to all who will listen. You must have the apple juice of this country, Archer. It really is top-notch. Oh, you got fire arrows. I love how I'm saying you as if I'm not the one playing.
You're not.
I was.
Half you is.
And we got fire ship afloat. I'm trying to decide if fire ship afloat is fully literal translation. It is a little bit hard to comment on gameplay when we are not actively doing the gameplay. Like, just beating up this Gaki?
Gaki.
An enemy name which amused me because that word in Japanese can literally just be read as... There is a word that sounds similar in Japanese that literally just means like bratty, petulant child. Sorry about ordering you around. You must have your own ideas as well.
Oh, and empty. You needn't apologize. You use me as you see fit. Fortunately, I am becoming acclimated to receiving commands.
Dying to prove one's worth.
And with that, that ends the digression, I think.
Yep.
And that's what happened.
So you put up a splendid show, I see.
My patron has graciously paid my way. I can even walk freely around Akasaka. That goes for my Chinese subordinates as well. Unbelievable, right? Yeah. Well, just how much of my story did you believe? That's a pretty vague question.
My master and I see ourselves as commanders. First and warrior second. I'm just gonna leave that pause in there. Every move we make is calculated beforehand. We might lie and exaggerate as need be.
Just so. Perhaps I'm simply convinced the people of Akasaka of my connections. Maybe I'm just a foreign mage with no ties to the Southern Dragon of Ki whatsoever. They must be testing me. That's...
No, there is no deception. Zheng is speaking the truth. You can tell by looking in his eyes. Do you want to be seen as a fraud? Why? I quite like your forthright directness.
I agree. I saw no deception on your face when you spoke of your wish.
There you have it, Master.
Aha! It seems I make a poor liar. I thought you'd fall for the act, but I am glad to have gained your trust. Sorry for testing you, I look forward to working together. And indeed, we will be working together in the future of next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you care to. And we will catch you all on the next Let's Play Fate Samurai Remnant.